Craftmas, a fun 12-day event where I'm sharing 12 different crafts that are perfect for the holidays. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jordan. I like to share Cricut crafts and small business tips on my channel. Today we're going to be making a paw print ornament, and I don't know about you, but my dog has more ornaments on the tree for him than for me, and he's only a year old. Each year I like to experiment with new ornaments, so I just keep making him more ornaments. Today I'm working with a porcelain ceramic ornament, but you can obviously use any ornament that you have. I use sparkly vinyl, but we're gonna make this really fun ornament today, and it's super simple to customize and make it your own. So I wanted to show you how you would customize this project that I've made for this ornament. You would come to the project page and then you would hit customize. And then since it's really small, I'm just gonna zoom in on the project. So now it looks a lot better. And then I'm gonna click on this grouping and I'm gonna come down here and hit detach. So by keeping it attached and not welded, it allows it to stay in place on the mat, but then it allows you to come back in and change the name and the year without having to redo everything. So these text layers are centered, and so you should be able to write a fairly long name, but if you need to change the size and everything, it would be up here. But that's how quick and easy it is to make this your own. I don't know if you can see him, but he's right here trying to get a peek at what I am doing. He's so cute. You little piggy. Oh my goodness. So I'm using this really pretty green glitter and then black for the name. One thing to keep in mind when you're using glitter vinyl is to use it at a thicker cut setting. So I think there is a glitter vinyl cut setting, but you could also just use vinyl plus. But before you take it off the mat, just double check that it went all the way through, because some glitters are easier than others to cut through. Now, when you're doing really small text like this, you want to just go super slow and make sure you're not missing anything. And for me, I realized I was missing the bottom bar, and so I had to kind of push it back down and make sure that was sticking to the backing paper. Surprisingly, the numbers cut out super easy for me, but the letters were a little bit trickier because they were so close to those lines. When you're using a weeding pen, make sure you put down something underneath, because you don't want to stab your desk. It will go through. But if you're using the regular tool from Cricut, you won't need to put anything down. But I do recommend using a weeding pen when you are weeding something smaller, like these little tiny words. I'm using Oracle transfer tape because I want to make sure that I don't pull up any of the glitter, and it's not as heavy of a transfer tape as some of the other ones I have. So I'm using it for the black layer, and then I'm carefully layering that on top of the paw print. Using the same transfer tape, I am scraping everything onto the transfer tape. You can see the glitter just really doesn't want to come off. So I decided, screw this, I am gonna use a different transfer tape. So I thought using a fresh sheet of Oracle would work for this, but the same thing ends up happening. It doesn't want to pull off super easy. So I decided, again, scratch that idea. I'm using a different one. I'm not going to waste my time playing around with glitter vinyl that doesn't want to stick to the transfer tape. So I am going to abandon ship and use a stronger grip transfer tape that I actually got in a random pack of vinyls. So that has come in handy. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I'm carefully removing the vinyl from the transfer tape, and then I'm able to come back in for the third time and use a strong grip transfer tape, which I just should have used from the very beginning. But I wanted to leave some of this in here because if I wouldn't have tried this myself, I wouldn't have learned from my mistakes. So I just kind of want to share some things that I've learned along the way, and that is one of them. Use a strong grip transfer tape when you're using glitter and holographic vinyl and some of those like more specialty vinyls. It's definitely going to save you some time. And now you can see I'm pulling the backing paper off, and it's sticking like a charm. Like, that was such a breeze. I was so relieved it finally worked. And I'm just lining it up to the ornament, and the paw print worked out pretty nicely where the hole can just go in the middle of those two little beans, and then it just goes on very nicely. pulling at an angle with the transfer tape, making sure every letter stays on, and then you're done. Now I'm just cutting some ribbon, and I like to grab about 12 inches. I don't know, I'm just guesstimating here how much I grab, but about 12 inches so that I can tie it and there's plenty of space. I got this ribbon on Amazon. I have all sorts of different ribbons, and I wanted to go with red, but I didn't really like the red that I have is more like a maroon color, and I didn't really think it would match the bright green. So I went with this, and I'm kind of wishing I went with a different color because it's white on white essentially, but it's good enough, and my dog's not going to care one way or another. So just loop that around and tie it, and then I like to cut off the ends so that they're even, and there you have it. Do you like your ornament? Do you like it? Do you approve? Okay.